Hey guys, it's Dave Gass, and it has been a wild, unplanned Sunday morning. As you can see, we have a very long driveway and then steps going up and all this other stuff. And there is about 6 inches of heavy snow here. So the plan was we get up early. My wife made breakfast, and then I took Buckley in the backyard and let him play in the snow, which he loves more than anything, other than his food and his mother and my wife. So we get back in the house. I know I already got this mess to deal with. Luckily, I got a friend coming over to help me. Oh, and my wife, here I am recovering from my double lumbar fusion. So there's really not a lot I can do. Uh, my wife has been picking up the slack on everything. I feel, thankful, but I feel bad. Well, the other day, she was walking Buckley, and he pulled her to go to another dog on the. We have like a bike path in the neighborhood, and she went face down and she tore her meniscus in her right knee. So now we're both busted out. That's going to be another video. Getting older and not having children. We never had kids. Married 34 years, never had kids. It was our decision. But now, we have a pretty big property, and now that we're both ailing physically, it's a problem. It's a big problem. Uh, and we live away from most of our friends and whatnot. Anyways, so me and Buckley played in the back. My wife couldn't go out there uh, with her leg, and he had a great time. Oh my God. But he does this thing, being a 100-pound black English lab. He's got this, like his snout, it's like a shovel. And he takes his head and he keeps his butt up in the air and he rides in the snow and rides in the snow on his face. And he loves doing it. Tails wagging, he's playing with his toys and the whole bit. We get back in the house and he is just acting bizarre. Usually he goes right for a drink of water, and then we were going to watch one program and then get to the snow when my friend comes over. That didn't work. All of a sudden he's acting weird and just he's rubbing his face, and he was just, you know trying to he ended up like slightly vomiting 3 times, and he just water was just running out of his mouth, running out of his mouth, running out of his mouth. It was like a faucet. You couldn't stop it. And we got super concerned. He's our baby. He's a 6-year-old black English lab buck. Good old Buckley. And he was looking at it as like something was wrong. He was just not settling down. He wasn't himself at all. He was like going in places in the house he doesn't ever go. Uh, he just couldn't settle down. The signs to me was that he possibly could have flipped his stomach, which a lot of large dogs do, playing. And he had already eaten breakfast. And I know somebody that happened to with their standard poodle, and it was a $7,000 surgery, and the dog didn't live long after that because it cuts off all the blood flow in the organs. So we're in a panic. Luckily, we have an incredible animal hospital 2 towns over from us, and we just jumped in. My wife has a 2024 Ultima all-wheel drive. We had to get it because I have a Murano, 2023 Murano. He will not get in it. It's too high for him. He will not jump in the back. We love Nissans. We've had 14 of them. And in all honesty, 14 or 15, we lease them. And so we had to get the Ultima all-wheel drive because it's low and he'll get in it. So I grab her car. As you can see, the driveway's a mess. 6 inches of heavy wet snow. Throw him in the car and speed, probably 90 miles an hour. I get to the animal hospital. I'm worried he flipped his stomach. So that was what all the signs pointed to. We get there and he's, drooling all over the place, and he's breathing heavy and he's stressed out, and we're panicking. They take him in the back, and they right away they said, what dog is Stat? Beautiful, beautiful place. They take him in the back instantly. And you got to give all your information. And the girl was super. She was so nice. She come back out with Buckley, and she said they believe he had brain freeze. where from doing that with his head in the snow went up his nose, and there's a nerve up there or something, and he probably did like a brain freeze. You know how that is when you eat something really cold too fast, and that's what was causing it. Like, imagine that. So his stomach didn't flip, thank God. So I figured, well, it's going to be at least a couple $100 for that, and we don't care because he's our baby, and that's it. I don't care if it was thousands. He's our baby. And they said no charge. And I was like, what do you mean no charge? Emergency place, you took him in, da, da, da. And she said, no, you got enough to worry about in life. And with your dog is everything. And she was a lab owner too. And she said, he'll be fine. His vitals are great. You just got to let his head warm up and whatever. She says he might have froze a tooth or something like that. But we think the snow went up his nose and he got brain freeze. They said it was the first time they saw it, but they had heard about it. Believe it or not, your dog getting brain freeze from the snow. And by the time we got back home, uh, he was back to himself again. But I couldn't believe they did not charge us a penny, and it was one of those emergency places where usually it's like 150 just to walk in the door. But onto the snow after that. Hopefully, I'll be done with my friend by the Super Bowl. We'll get this all straightened out, and that's how the morning started out. Not like we expected, but Buckley's doing good now. Thank God. Oh, you know how it is, dog people. When your baby's got a problem, and it looked like a serious one, and it luckily turned out to just be brain freeze, crazy from the snow. But that was my Sunday morning, my wife's Sunday morning, and thank God he's just back to sleeping again. He's taking a rest right now with my wife on the couch, and he lays across her lap while she's watching TV because she can't do anything because of her torn meniscus right now. But thanks for watching, and Dave Gas out, and like I said, Buckley's back to normal. Thank you.